Central bank governors from around the world are gathering at Jackson Hole in Wyoming to discuss monetary policies and the world economy. Our reporter Zhu Yun interviewed IMF Managing Director Christine Lagarde and asked her about the timing of the stimulus withdrawal.
Well, the value of this conference is to bring people together and to get them to actually talk openly about critical issues. The issue of unconventional monetary policies and the tapering of particularly the US unconventional monetary policy has been at the core of those discussions. And certainly my message to them was many central banks are doing unconventional monetary policies at the moment, and there should not be a collective rush to exit. It should be timely, it should be country specific, it should be well coordinated with other non-unconventional monetary policy countries, policymakers, and it should certainly also include additional policies and not rely exclusively on monetary policies.
I actually heard that during the meeting you said those unconventional monetary tools are the heroes in stabilizing global economy. Why is that?
We believe that it has been essentially positive for the world because it has helped boost growth and avoid massive financial instability. It certainly has been a difficult exercise and one that needed monitoring, one that is uncertain because it's new, but we do believe that they have contributed a great deal to avoiding the precipice that the world economy was on the brink of.
Well, let's say if the Fed starts to taper its quantitative easing later this year, will there be a huge impact on emerging markets like China? Policy-wise, do you have any suggestions for the policymakers in those countries?
First of all, we don't know when the Fed will decide to do so. Second, we certainly hope that it will communicate that actively and with clarity so that market players know about the outcome. Third, I would observe that emerging market policymakers have the tools available to respond to that situation. They can certainly use macroprudential, microprudential tools. They can use their reserve when they have such reserve. Those that have flexible exchange rate should take the benefit of that flexibility. And if it comes to the last resort, certainly using capital flow management would be acceptable as a last resort tool. But certainly China has available many of those tools, not all of them, but many of them.
Well, now it seems that we're getting this complicated picture for global economy. The U.S. economy is recovering at a moderate pace. The European economy is picking up, but not fully. And emerging markets are showing signs of an economic slowdown. So what is your evaluation on the global economic outlook?
I would say that it's a multi-speed economy at the moment, where we see global recovery because growth will increase by about 3% this year, and 3.8% is forecasted for next year. But I'm saying it's a multi-speed because the US is probably cruising at 1.7%, possibly 2% next year, while the Eurozone is still in negative growth territory this year and will move to positive next year. Emerging market economies, which were driving the show until lately, are slowing down a little bit. And we need to be just very attentive to the fundamentals of each and every country to make sure that the proper reforms are conducted, to make sure that fiscal consolidation is taking place at the right pace, and to make sure that the space that has been warranted by monetary policy is actually used by policymakers from a fiscal and from a structural reforms point of view going forward.
Christine Lagarde, Managing Director of the IMF there.